The real wide web. The grid. The sacred grid that weaves through the primordial force of all life, of all of creation itself. This radiant, true, organic system of divine design is made of living threads through which creation flows across all time and space. The source field, the cosmic womb, is where every thread is born. These sacred threads carry frequency, they carry memory, they carry life codes and hold the passageways of the soul. They stretch across our ancestral lines and soul lineages, through planetary grids and the seeds of cosmic origin. They are both subtle and structural. Quantum filaments that shape your reality and guide your soul's path. Who holds the courage? Who holds the strength to dwell within the cosmic womb, the 0 point, the source point of awareness, the void of infinite potential, and become the living weaver, protector, and restorer of these threads? Who has passed through the gates to awaken the interdimensional intelligence that interfaces with the threads of consciousness, connecting all beings, places, and times? Who has earned the rite of passage? Who has passed the test of time? Who has answered the call to repair damaged grids within souls, bloodlines, and earth nodes? Who weaves bridges between past and future, between living and dead, between lost and remembered? Who anchors the new soul templates into the web of becoming? Only those who stand in divine truth. Only those who can hold the highest levels of integrity for cosmic balance and cosmic harmony, guarding against even the most subtle vibrations of distortion and deception. Who then manages these sacred acts? You may have heard, you may have wondered, you may have forgotten, and so here you are now, rediscovering the knowing of who she is. She has been called by many names: Grandmother Spider, the Cosmic Weaver, the First Spinner, the Womb Grid Keeper, the Galactic Weaver of Soul Threads, Soul Midwife, Death Doula, Ancestral Healer, Timeline Restorer, Memory Keeper. Those who stand in truth and defend the scales of justice. In many earth traditions and beyond, she spins the universe into being, weaving the threads that connect all things. Her purpose is to teach the ways of interconnectedness, the sacred act of creation through harmony and order. She moves through sacred pathways, not in haste but with sacred rhythm. She guides, protects, and she weaves a web of safety for the purity of creation and the transit of the soul. These pathways secure the passages of birth and death, of initiation and awakening, of grief, healing, and spiritual metamorphosis, of ancestral connection and dimensional calling. A highly sacred structure of threads where one experiences the space between states of being, the void, the unraveling, the reweaving, realms access through dreams, vision quests, stillness, ceremony, prayer, and moments of deep soul work. She upholds absolute integrity, honoring the sovereignty of every soul, every creation, every life. She guards the thread and acts in alignment. When distorted, she brings awareness to the entanglement. When severed, she weaves it back into coherence. When hidden, she reactivates it through dreams, symbols, and soul flashes. Can you imagine? Can you feel what life would be if she had never left? If she had remained to assist, to guide, to teach again? Why did she leave? Where did she go? How can we now be asked to weave, to guard, to protect? How? She withdrew her presence from most systems. She refused to weave into distortion. She did not leave out of fear. She left when she sensed the pattern was being corrupted. Her sacred contract was bound to clarity. She would not offer her weaving to a loom infected with deceit, for to do so would be to validate the lie. She was oath-bound to truth alone. Some say she left to escape capture. Some say she was captured. Some say they sought her abilities, to mimic her power, to weave the soul's journey not for freedom, but for control. To siphon, to manipulate, to distort, to create a false web system, a net to trap the soul, to interfere with remembrance, to twist reincarnation through guilt and shame. Whether she left out of necessity or was taken, she did not abandon. She has been waiting for you, for me, for us. She withdrew to protect the sacred templates. She refused to entangle her frequency with what was misaligned, so she hid the codes in stasis, untouched, preserving the purity of the thread by not spinning. We are her continuation, but our oath is not the same. We are called not to weave into distortion, but to anchor spaces where harmony can return. She preserved the thread deep within her being. We are asked to restore it deep into the earth and far across the grid. This is why we have not been asked to weave blindly. We have been in preparation. We have been gifted heightened sensitivity to truth resonance, a natural rejection of half-truths and emotional manipulation, the grace to pause before accepting any contract or tie, and the ability to unthread old bonds without revenge, only clarity, only with peace. We have learned to move into divine timing, to wait, to listen, to act when the thread itself calls. For a single misaligned knot can warp an entire weaving. She has taught us patience, humility, and the art of right placement. She has taught us to choose sovereignty at the highest level. She does not ask us to weave into distortion, the realm from which she fled. She asks us to create sacred still points through the body, through the heart, through the mind, through refusal, through silence, through unwavering presence, so the pattern can restore, so balance can breathe again through every pulse of life.